Hey guys, so today is going to be our first example of solving trig equations using our identities. And here we're given 2 cosine squared of x plus 3 sine of x minus 3 equals 0. And in problems like these, whenever we have cosine squared of x or sine squared of x and the single term is the opposite trig function, we always want to change the squared term because that has the easy identity. We know that cosine squared of x equals 1 minus square root of x. We get that from our Pythagorean identity. So we should change it into that, because then we'll have all sine of x's, and that's what we want. So we'll have 2, then multiplying by 1 minus sine squared of x plus 3 sine x minus 3 still equals 0. Okay, now we can just factor, distribute. So we'll get 2 minus 2 sine squared of x plus 3 sine x minus 3, and then combine the 2 and the negative 3, we'll get negative 2 sine squared of x plus 3 sine x minus 1. And now we can just factor. The way I factor, I'm going to turn it into the x's, because that makes more sense to me. So I'm going to say I've got negative 2x squared plus 3x minus 1. I'm changing x with sine x. Okay, so now I'm going to factor this. I'm going to get x squared plus 3x plus 2, x plus 2, x plus 1. And I have to divide back by my negative 2, so I'm going to get x minus 1. And negative 2x plus 1. And now I can plug back in my sine of x every time I see x. So I'll get sine x minus 1 and negative 2 sine x plus 1. And now I can set these equal to 0. So sine x minus 1. So that's going to be sine x equals 1. Then this one we're going to get negative 2 sine x equals negative 1 because we subtracted that 1, and then divide by negative 2 sine x equals 1/2. Okay, so now we've got, let's look at our unit circle, we've got a positive sign in both of them, so we know all students take calculus. Everything's positive in quadrant 1, sine is positive in quadrant 2, sine would be negative in these two because tangent and cotangent and cosine are positive, So we know we're working with 0 to pi, and we're working with 1, so when is sine 1? Well, that's going to be right at the top, that's going to be pi over 2. Okay, so now we just have to work with that 1/2. When is sine equal to 1/2? It's going to be when we're over here, this one. So that's pi over 6. Then it's going to be the same thing on the opposite side, so that's going to be 5 pi over 6. So x equals, this is on the intervals from 0 to 2 pi, remember, x equals pi over 2, pi over 6, and 5 pi over 6. I hope this made sense, guys. Thanks for watching. I hope this video would help. Have a good one.